Hello guys, this is FlashX007 and I'm going to be reviewing the high grade 1-to-144 Gundam Age-2 Double Bullet today. I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, now moving on to details. To start off, this didn't come with too many stickers, but as you guys can see, one sticker for the main chest, and also two for the vents, one for the eye, and also the head. And as far as color variation goes, it's pretty accurate to the one from the TV show. They have all the details down. It's not bad for a high grade. It actually is a must buy, and especially if you want to collect the age line. Of course, you're going to have to collect this in order to make your collection complete because there's age 1, age 2, and now age 3. But yeah, it also even has details down to the thrusters and stuff like that. It is my first kit, so I have nothing to compare it with, but I do plan on customizing this and also looking forward to my other future kits, which I'll be getting. So in my next few videos, I'll be able to compare them, but overall, for my first kit, this is pretty neat, and I like it so far. Okay, now moving on to articulation. The head moves forward and back. Sorry about the ball joint. It does tend to fall off sometimes. So if you guys can just put that back on, I don't know if you guys would want to glue that. Then it won't be able to move. But generally, don't be rough with the kit. It is a high grade, so stuff will fall off, like the arm and the legs. So be careful. Anyways, the head moves 360. The arm also moves all the way around, and the shoulder is connected with two parts. Both can move in any kind of variety you want. You want left, right, up, down, whatever. I tend to keep it straight like this because it looks better in my opinion. I don't know if your preference is. Um, Going to the waist. The waist also moves all the way around. And this is what impresses me. The kit is so flexible. Like, look at the skirts. Even the skirts can move around a little. You can do almost anything with this. I just wish it was a little lighter so it would be able to stand on one leg. But moving on to the arm, you can do this with the arm, but it won't go right unless you turn around. Also testing out how far it goes. That's how far it goes. I don't know if you guys can see that with the shoulder, which is pretty neat. Um, I have nothing to compare this with, but being my first kit, I like the flexibility on this. Like after I built it, I put in so many stands. But moving on to the legs, first let's begin with the thrusters. The thrusters can move up and down, but I don't like it like that. I like it to, I keep it up because it looks good that way. And as far as flexibility goes, the legs are flexible and they're supposed to be because this thing transforms or part forms into a flight mode, so it's needed. And the foot goes left and right as you guys can see. And I don't think I need to show the leg part because overall, if you're looking for flexibility, you're not going to get a better kit than this, but you're free to try. Being this is my first kit, I have nothing to compare it with, as I keep saying, but I'm just so much, I'm in love with this so much, it's not even funny. And although I keep missing these videos, I'm trying here. You gotta cope with a newbie. But moving on. Moving on to accessories, this thing came with a stand as well as 3 extra hands, one for the left, one for the right, and also an open palm for the right hand. I'll be taking these out to show you guys, so hold on for a couple seconds. I took one out, take this out, take that out. Now the two hands here, they're closed fists. I will not be using these, and I don't like them generally because I like putting stuff in his hand. And this I like, but I see no point in using because, as I said, I like giving him weapons in his hand, so I won't. Okay, so moving on to weapons. It came with 4 weapons, 2 beam sabers, and 2 rifles. You can have a lot of variation with the weapons here, and I gotta say, for at the first day I built it, I took the almost couple hours wasting time messing with the variations I could do. He can put one beam saber in his hand and a rifle in his shoulder. Get in there, and there we go. And also, you can put another rifle in his hand. You gotta adjust that. Oh, and before I forget, you need to put it down when you put it in his shoulder, as you can see. But you also have to pull it down when you put it in his hand. That's the grip. Forgot to say that. Sorry, I can't. Hold on. Stand up. And you can also put a saber in his wrist, like you saw in the show. You can put a saber in the shoulder, in the wrist, and you can put a rifle in the shoulder, in the hand. So there's a lot of variations with this. I don't have any extra parts. If I did, I'd put 2 sabers in his hand, and 2 in his wrist, and 2 in his shoulder. But like I said, I don't have any extra. But also, you can put the hilt in that extra space right there, which is pretty neat. I like keeping him there when I put the sabers in his wrist. And I enjoyed this kit, I gotta say. What can I say? It's flexible. It comes with 4 weapons. You can do a lot of variation. And the only bad thing I see from it is the flight mode, which I'll be covering last. But overall, I like this kit. I can't stress how much I like it. It's my first kit, and hopefully the Age-2 will also keep me happy, because I'll be reviewing that next after this if I'm successful. So moving on. Okay, moving on to flight mode. Before I begin, this is the only time I'm going to criticize. But to begin, you take the legs off the holly cap right here. You take them off, then you grab this big thing, this big waist, or whatever you call it, and you connect the legs like this. Next, you bend the legs all the way there, like so. And you also put the foot's thing down, the toe, whatever you like to call it. Do the same for the other foot. And there we go. The bottom portion of the flight mode. This looks a little decent, but trust me, putting this in flight mode, especially for a high grade, not good. Now next, you put the shoulders back, and also the arm. Next, you take the torso out, and you see these 2 little holes. You need to stick it in there. If it doesn't fit, you gotta jiggle a little, but it'll get in there. Now this is loose, so even if this was a pretty good build, it's loose, so nothing will stay together unless you put it in the stand it came with, and I don't like it. I just don't like it. I can't say anything more, but connecting this, hold on, I think I might have put the legs backwards. Let me fix that real quick. Bear with me. It's my first kit, so obviously this is gonna suck. Like, who cares about my opinion? But feel free to watch it, say stuff, and feel free to criticize in general. I enjoyed the criticism that I got from everybody. It made me upload once, twice, threes. This is my like second or third try in the reviewing. But anyways, yeah, this is what it looks like in flight mode, and all I can say is one thing. If this was a real life flight, a vehicle, how the hell can it fly? Look at the build. Like, how can this fly? I can imagine the Age-2's flight mode flying because it looks more accurate to something uh, airborne, but this is just off in all sorts of ways. Just because the Age-2 can transform into flight mode, they attempted this with double bullet, but it looks so awkward, especially the space in between. Just look at it. This is the only thing I'm going to criticize about this kit. Do not transform it into flight mode. That's all I can say, to be honest. And besides that, if you want to get this for how it looks, so be it. I think it's a great buy. It's worth the money, and it's flexible. It also comes with enough weapons, and you can do anything you want with it, especially for customizing. I would like to see a few customs of this, and hopefully a custom of my own would come out good, which I plan on doing. But before I end the review, let's transform this back into its double bullet, which I like better. Let me try to do this quickly and possibly faster. Come on. Hold on. Got the legs done. Come on, come on, come on. But yeah, guys, if you don't like it, feel free to comment or message me. I will get better at this, and if I don't, there's good news. This is going to be the only video I make, because I don't want my sponsor to lose money giving me kits if I can't even do the job right. But anyways, I'm good with criticism, so tell me what you think of this video. And that's what it looks like. Ending thoughts? Do I like the kit? Yes. Flight mode? No. Overall, it's a good kit. It has good articulation flexibility, and check out the links in the description, and look forward to more reviewing. Thanks and enjoy.